So Matt, once again, welcome back to another review. There's another paid request, this time for Julie. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested, requesting pretty much any type of videos, topics, randomness, out of the blueness, commentaries, reactions, rankings, whatever it may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Now, this is for the 1986 film Labyrinth, which is a film I did watch a couple times when I was a kid. It's still a fun movie to watch, mainly for its visuals. Jim Henson definitely did help create this new world of this maze and all the different creatures and the puppetry work. And it's fun to watch. It's a bit nostalgic to watch. David Bowie, may rest in peace. Nice to see him with his big ass hair. The hair was a life of his own. And some pretty good songs. My favorite being the Magic Dance. Power voodoo, hoodoo, you do what? Remind me of the Babe. What kind of magic spell to use? Or puppy dog tails, thunder or lightning? And Baby said, jump, magic, jump, magic, jump, magic, jump, magic. Put that spell on you. It's a very catchy, fun song. And like I said, the effects of the characters hoggle, which I gotta be honest, watch it again. I know this is mean, but it kind of looks like what Mel Brooks looks like now. I don't know, I know it's mean, but I look at Hoggle with the nose and I'm like, he kind of looks like Mel Brooks nowadays. But you have Ludo, who's this big, cuddly, big monster, but he's very kind. You have Sir Didymus, who at times rides this dog like it was his steed. I thought that was cute. And again, what's fun to watch is the creativity, imagination, which you find a lot of that lacking nowadays in movies. Again, that so much of it was done on screen, like on set. Because again, I've said this countless times, you cannot get more real than real. And that, with the puppetry and animatronics, that just makes it work well in longevity. It just truly does. So the story is Jennifer Connelly. She's a 16-year-old girl. She has to babysit her. It's her stepbrother, or it's her brother, but something I remember is like it's pretty much her brother's the baby. And then it's crying, and she's acting like a fucking me. I wish the goblins would take you. So they do, and she immediately regrets it. And then David Bowie pretty much says, if you want the baby, you gotta solve my maze, solve the labyrinth. And then she goes in, she meets all these characters. It's pretty much a take on Wizard of Oz, Alice in Wonderland. Jennifer Connelly, I will say, in the first 10 minutes, her acting is pretty bad. I like Jennifer Connelly. Dark City, Ang Lee's Hulk film, Phenomena by Dario Argento. But I'm just saying, if you just watch the first 10 minutes, her acting's pretty shit. Because someone take me away from this awful place. But after that, when she actually gets into the labyrinth, she gets better. She gets better. I was talking about the effects. Creativity, imagination. Like, you have those weird orange, what the hell they were, things where these weird fucking things that sing, and they're able to like take their eyeballs out, and they take their heads, and then they want to take Jennifer Connelly's head off. There's the guards at the door, and there's like a shield, and there's a head up top and a head on the bottom, and she's supposed to solve some riddle. There's the door knockers. The knocker's covering his ears so he's deaf. The other's covering his mouth so he can't speak until she takes it out. There's some pretty cool, fun, practical effects that those still fairly hold up today. Other effects, I did like those weird fucking things that you take their eyeballs out. There's some pretty iffy green screen that just doesn't hold up. But again, it was 86. So I'm not going to be too harsh on it. But I mean, if there's a weak effects, it's the green screen when their full body puppets are doing, because they got to take their heads and their body parts kind of come to one being and they split apart. But again, there's fun creativity. Like during this battle in the third act with these goblins fighting our heroes. And they have these cannons, but the cannons are creatures of themselves. And there's like a spike creature that's a cannonball that shoots out. It's like, did I hit anybody? Which remind me of something that would be like the Super Mario Brothers movie. Where bullets, whether Bullet Bill or those spike things, I forget what the hell they were called. Not the Goomba, but the red spike things. That was always annoying. Because that little fucker would throw him in Mario Brothers. And you wanted to top bump his head. So stop throwing shit at me. Stop dumping your shit on me. But like despite cannonballs being living things, again, that was a lot of fun. And David Bowie, it's cool to see him in there. I think they looked to a couple people like Michael Jackson, Prince, other people, but David Bowie got the job. The thing about this film, though, that I liked the film. It was never a favorite of mine because, and I know this is weird and stupid, but it's just how my brain is. And there are exceptions where this idea can happen. I'll love the film. It's just usually that's not what my preference is. And what I mean by that is, you know, the whole movie is just a dream in her mind. It's a creation of her mind. So you don't really feel any danger or consequence because the baby's not really in danger. She's not really going through all this. Again, it's just all in her mind, and that's why at the very end of the film, she's like, when all she does is, you have no power over me, and she's returned. And then here's, oh man, I'm going to miss you guys. Well, we're here whenever you want to. Really? And so everybody, including the bad guys, including the goblins that tried to kill her, are in the bedroom. So not only her allies, but again, the people that tried to kill her, they're happily in there too. And it's like, again, here's the funny thing about this. If you ever watch it again, think of it this way. Think of it as a movie that's she's losing her mind. Like she's cracking. And then by the end of the film, she lost her shit. And you should never lose your shit. She went schizo at the end. You could look at it that way. You really could. She went schizo. She split. Her mind went kaput. She split. She went schizo. I have to wonder if anyone's ever done some kind of stuff on that. Like, that's the movie where Jareth Carly loses her mind. She has a mass delusion, a mass hallucination, which, again, if you have this kind of hallucination, either you have some really crazy mushrooms or you're crazy. So it kind of proves that her character is fucking nutso. She's crazy. She thought some weird shit. And by the end, it's in her room now. And she's friends with them. I just imagine, like, if the mom and dad went in, she's, like, hugging the air. You know, she's just hugging the air. Look at my friends. It's like, the next shot, boom, she's in a padded cell. And she's just going, dance, magic, jump, magic, jump. And then it just pull out with Jareth Carly in a padded cell. And she's like, jump, magic, jump. And that's what happened after Labyrinth. People don't know that. That's what happened after Labyrinth. The parents went in, saw her, knew that she was nuts. The baby was taken by goblins, and these are my friends. And then she's in the padded cell, and she's been there this whole time. This whole time. That's Labyrinth 2, Electric Boogaloo. It's her breaking out of the padded cell, and they go much darker, like Return to Oz. So that's the thing. I mean, I like The Wizard of Oz. It's just I don't go back towards those movies. Again, I know that's a weird thing because all these movies are fake. There's no reality. But when I'm watching the film, even with watching the film, I still want to think that even it is a part of a reality for the character. Again, the danger, consequence, all that. Like, Aliens is fake. But when I watch the film, my mind escapes to these are characters dealing with consequence and danger and up and down and action, suspense. Or I'm watching Predator. I'm watching even The Dark Crystal. I'm watching these other movies. And then when it's like Neverending Story, which I like, or The Wizard of Oz, which I like these movies, but like Turtles Forever, I enjoyed as a Ninja Turtles fan. I did not like the idea of when it breaks the fourth wall and Peter Laird, Kevin Eastman, hey, let's go, look at our drawing. I'm like, I want to be part of the illusion, not break the illusion. Like the Lego movie, the first Lego movie, that bothered me. And I wasn't even a big fan of the Lego movie anyway, and then I went, I know it's weird and stupid, but it's just how my mind works. And yes, there are exceptions to the rule. Spoiler alert for this 1990 movie. I'm going to spoil this movie. Jacob's Ladder. But Jacob's Ladder I looked at as a different... Well, I look at Jacob's Ladder, to me, as like heaven and hell, or heaven and purgatory. I look at it as his soul kind of... You stay in this coma, purgatory, the demons, or you ascend and you let go, but you'll be happier. And it's like a battle of his spirit, where you're fighting to stay, but there's this higher place you're gonna be happier, but this part of you, your memories, your thoughts, your everything that bad happened to you, your desires, stuff you wish would have happened, is keep you down. I'm going deep undercover on that, but Jacob's Ladder is one of my personal favorite films. So, like, I'm just saying, normally, when it's like, oh, even within the film, the entire thing's a dream. It's like, So all that's happening, even within the film, doesn't matter because it's all fake. Even within the film's universe, it's fake. I know that's stupid thinking, and it's just how my mind works. So because of that, I never loved the film. If it was simply she was put into another dimension and then some things were changed. That's why the ending kind of is meh when you look at the ending. I mean, I like the way it's set up, where you have all these stairs going up and down and left and right. And it's a good visual where she's looking for the baby and David Bowie keeps popping up. There's a cool shot where she's here, David Bowie's under her, and then as he walks to here, at the same shot, he goes from the bottom to the top. I went, wow, that's cool. How did they do that? Just like he's walking, and as he gets here, he does this. I thought, wow, that looked really cool. I wonder how they did that. That looked neat. But then after that, it's just how I think even as a kid I went, oh, how's she going to defeat it? You have no power over me. And then David Bowie's like, fuck it. That's kind of his face, like, fuck it, take this shit, take this crystal ball. And then she's back home, and I'm like, oh, that was it. Because of the type of story it is. And it's like, oh. But, as a kid, growing up with Aliens and Predator, and, that type of film, those type of movies, I'm like, this not as satisfying of an ending as I've seen in other movies. But, like I said, the cinematography, the matte paintings, the wide shots of the Labyrinth, all the little creatures, like the little worm that trolled her ass without knowing it. Oh, don't go that way. Okay, I'll go this way. Man, if she went that way, she would have gone to the castle. I'm like, you trolling motherfucker. He didn't do it on purpose. He didn't know him. But I'm like, or you deaf motherfucker. She told you she wanted to go to the castle, you little asshole. But the worm is a little asshole. He's nice. He wants to have some tea. But he's a little asshole still. But he was a cute design. Like, they did a good job with that. Or like she gets pulled down, there's all these hands, and the hands get together to form eyes and mouths. Like, that was creative. I could do without the swamp that's just farts, where it smells bad, and they just keep making... I'm like, was that really needed? Was that done just for the little kids, or what the deal is? Again, it's pretty much another take on an Alice in Wonderland type of thing. Or, well, this is more Snow White, but she even gets a fruit that if you bite, you eat into it, something bad happens. Which, I mean, that's more Snow White, but still. It's entertaining to watch because of some of the catchy songs. Did Bowie and Connelly, at the beginning, her acting's a bit off. I don't think this film is one of her strongest acting roles, I will say. I think Phenomena, she did a bit better acting-wise, and then Dark City, other films, she was even better. But again, as the movie went on, she got better. And overall, I do like her. Again, I like her as an actress. The different creations of creatures, the imagination, I'm a sucker for that. You know, building a new world before the days where everything was just CGI. Yes, I know CGI artists work hard, but to me, when it's real and practical puppetry and even matte paintings, I can almost see more of the blood, sweat, and tears in it. I can't help it. That's just how I feel. And this fairy tale fantasy aspect. Again, there's a part of me that just wishes the story was more of... And you have to change bits of the story to make this work, that, I don't know, some kind of book or some kind of thing that was found, and she's looking through it, and it's a portal, and she rescues her brother, goes back, and then the ending is a bit more than just saying one line of dialogue. Again, more of a... It's like, okay, well, I guess David Bowie isn't really a bad guy, because he, like, turns into an owl and he's watching the party. It's like, oh, time to go, and the movie, flies away and the movie's over. Because, again, it's all in her mind. She went crazy, I told you. She went schizo. That's what the owl is. The owl is her mind flying away. Say, bye-bye. Bye-bye, bitch. I'm gone. Your mind is gone. You're loco. You're Looney Tunes. So, again, you watch the movie again. By the end, it's like, wow. She burst her bubble of a mind. She went crazy. She lost it. She went schizo. She's schizophrenic now. This is what she believes in now, from now on. Now. She's fucking a crazy bitch. She's crazy. So, again, you look at it that way, it's a different kind of movie. It's like, man, this is depressing. She went crazy, she just lost her shit. And I repeat, you don't lose your shit, but you just lost it. She trapped. But anyway, Labyrinth is still, it's fun to watch in its imagination. It's fun to see a lot of the old school effects. Again, even within it, as some of the story, like the ending bits and the... Again, like the whole swamp of farts, it's like, But yeah, it's definitely, at the very least, a nice visual treat to watch. And, again, for movies that do a bit more of that creative panache, would be nice to see. It'd be nice to see. But if they try to do it be all too pretty, too CGI, too HDDD, so in a weird way it just looked too artificial. That's just how it is. But anyway, with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.